It's over. He's got the high ground.
Aren't you running this?
I gotta run it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes, and today I am joined by the entire council here. To my left, I forgot the jokes I had for you. To my left, a guy who uses his sleeve to wipe branch off his mouth, Tom Oakrey.
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force. Maybe I have done that before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can neither deny. You know, I'm going to take a break from the jokes this week. I crossed a few lines.
No, we can talk about it. But I don't think you crossed any line. I was just saying you walked up to the line.
Okay, that's fair.
I was
surprised I did that. Yeah,
you don't know about any of this.
Go listen to Fourth Mother Box. I actually took it down.
You shouldn't have. I told you not to.
I edited it. We can talk about it after the fact.
I told him not to take it down.
It's true. He did.
The record.
He did.
I have the
1,000%
receipts.
told me to do that.
Unlike those whores on Twitter. See, I told you to make fun of it.
Hey, we're going to go to heaven.
The man whose beard smells like chocolate chips, Evan T. Boucher. What's going on?
That's accurate.
Adiga and good journey. More specifically, chocolate chip muffins.
Chocolate chip muffins.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yeah.
The little ones like in the little packet.
Yes, of course.
Those are fun.
Yeah, which are exclusively for breakfast.
You know what's wild? I didn't know how many calories were in those things. It's like 4 little mini muffins, and it's like 350 calories.
Wild.
It's literally
Wild.
4 bites. They're bite size.
It's wild. My kids
dude.
had those, and I was just looking at them once. I was like, good God.
Yeah.
I was like, this would be like a quick little short, easy snack, nothing too crazy. And I'm like, that's
Short.
a third of my day's calories in 4 bites.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I know something that's short and easy.
Hey,
The listeners
If you're
do
new
too.
to the Jedi Talk, that's the Kyle Mom button.
that is welcome and welcome to the show.
Yes.
We don't really have a lot to talk about today. We're gonna be meandering this episode. Got a few things to talk about. I almost got into a fight at Epcot yesterday.
That was the first thing I put on the show notes that I didn't share with you guys. But
yeah.
what happened, Brad?
So, okay, I am not the most level-headed person. Okay, I get into my feelings. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You guys know this. I can't. If I'm upset, it's hard for me to like hide it. You'll know. Like I'm just not that. I wish I could be that guy that was like stoic and like you just like how's everything? Everything's good, and like you don't know that something's wrong. That's just not me. I'm not that dude. Mm-hmm. So yesterday, me and Holly, our boarding group, got called for Cosmic Rewind. We head on over. We go to the little DAS stand to like check in for the DAS stuff. And there's 2 lines. There's 2 very distinct lines. They're not pulling from like it's not like sometimes like there's 2 lines and like one line breaks into 2. It's not like that. These are 2 separate individual lines with 2 very distinct different lines. So I walk up to the line on the left. This fucking jerk off is standing in the middle of the 2 lines. Like imagine, so just for visual reference, you guys are the 2 lines, okay? This person is standing back where the chair is, like completely in the middle of both of you. So I walk, the line in front of me moves. I naturally walk up because I'm actually in a fucking line and walk up to the person. And as I'm walking up, he goes, hey, we've been here for a while. And I try to ignore him the first time he says it because I'm like, I know what you're doing,
bro. Like,
I know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I ignore him, and then he like, I don't remember if he tapped me or if he just said it louder again. But he got my attention, and I turned around and I was like, yeah, are you in line though? And he goes, no, but we've been standing here for a while. And I said, I don't care.
you just answered the question of
He
no,
goes,
you're not
He goes,
alive.
but dude, we've been standing here for a long time. I said, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
And,
Not my problem.
And the cast member in front of me starts to get nervous.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, dude, like, I'm not asking for get in front of you, but like, and I said, so what are you doing then? And he's like, well, I'm not asking. And I was like, okay. And so I just kept staring at him like this. Yeah. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Okay. I just kept staring at him like that. And he had this goofy fucking look on his face. He was like,
Guffaw.
and here's why. Okay, first off, I need to say this. You would have to physically start something for me to fight with someone at a park. But
Yeah.
this took every inch of my my willpower to not fucking choke this dude out right there in the middle of the park, because I was bullied as a kid, like not like middle school and high school, not that time, but like first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade, I was bullied a lot, especially by like two people in particular. I ended up beating the shit out of one of them. It was Christopher Wade. Shout out to that guy. I don't, he's probably dead.
The other one was this guy at the park.
But this guy was a classic bully. You know that and the reason this fucking guy acts like that is because no one's ever put him in his fucking place.
Yep,
And that cast
I
member
say that
didn't
all
do
the
that
time.
motherfucker any services by just letting him go to the front because he caused a scene. That's why he does shit like that, because they enable this type of fucking behavior.
Mm-hmm.
What I should have said was, get the fuck to the back of the line. But Holly knows me, so she's seeing me like seething anger. She's like, Brad, just let him go. It's not worth it. I'm like, it's not worth it to like get expelled from the park, but it is worth it to be like, fuck you, get to the back of the fucking line.
Right.
Get to the back of the fucking line. That's how lines
Like
work.
every
you
other
fucking
human
jerk
being
off.
in this park. Like, yeah.
You're not fucking special, you horse-tooth fucking piece of shit with your stupid fucking check yourself before you wreck yourself leg tattoo, you fucking weasel cunt. That's it. That's all I got.
And you know that he's not speaking of either of us because, one, I don't waste time going to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Pissed me
and
off.
two, Tom has good tattoos. He would
It's-
not have a bad tattoo.
It still makes me angry thinking about it. Like, I'm still mad about it.
That was your comment for
Yeah.
Guardians.
Good.
You had to say,
Yep.
you know, we could have gotten through Brad's very good, passionate story. By the way, passion.
Very
He's
passionate.
exuding passion so
I can
much.
see it. It's like floating
The
off
last
him.
time he blew this much passion out of himself was all over Kyle's mom.
Okay, there we go.
That's the type of passion we're looking for.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was
you
brutal.
have to make a comment about one of the greatest rides ever.
So the story's not over.
Okay.
So
Thankfully, let's ignore whatever that was.
we get into the first pre-show, and I'm looking for this
The
dude.
first of
I'm looking
18.
for him.
There's two. There's. Do you know how long the pre-show was on the ride that I fell asleep in twice?
What
No.
did you fall asleep in twice?
Ellen's. It was really hot. It was really fucking hot
don't
that
know
day.
when
Well, it's
the ride
because it's
starts.
a dream sequence. You're supposed to be
No,
sleeping.
I fell asleep for real. I love that ride, but I still fell asleep.
I fell
Go
asleep
on,
the ride
Brad.
once. So we get into like the queue, and I'm just screaming, partially because I didn't think Holly could hear me because it's so loud in like the
Yeah, it's
planetarium.
very loud, yeah.
But I had a few yesterday, so
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
a
it's
little
Epcot.
boozed up. I'm a little. I know, so everyone's surprised. I'm a little
was
boozed
the
up,
face.
so that's part of the anger. Because it was just like, I'm good, and then if something pisses me off, it's like I just go down this like fucking hate spiral of like, I want to fucking hate, like. So I'm walking through, and I'm just like, oh, this motherfucker knows what he fucking did. And Holly's like, holy shit, shut up. And I can tell I'm starting to be loud because people in like the regular standby line start looking at me, and I'm like, all right, I need to tone it the fuck down. So we get to like the first pre-show, and I'm just looking over everyone's head. I see him, and that's when I took that picture that I sent
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker, and he sees me, and he moves to the far left of the theater, which shows to me that he is a fucking bitch, little pussy fuck. Because
Not
only-
for kids, by the way.
well, maybe we don't know. We can't say he's not. We don't know him. He
No.
might.
No. I said this podcast is
Oh,
not
I
for kids. Yeah.
I thought it was a pedophile joke. Sorry.
No.
So he moves all the way over to the far left
That
of the
also
screen.
shows he knows he did something wrong.
Correct. And so he's with two girls, and I kind of just like I was like, I'm going to keep my eye on you. So then the door opens. We go because now I'm like, okay, he's on the far left. Fuck you, I'm getting on in front of you. Like I'm.
Oh yeah,
I'm not that guy that
go
races to the fucking
I
thing.
know, yeah.
Yesterday I was. I was the first person out of the room. He was one of the last. I got on to to get onto the ride, and I see him walking his way down the stairs, and I make eye contact with him and the girl in the black shirt. I don't know what her name was. I don't know his name either. But I make eye contact with her, and he goes, I see him mouth, oh fuck, there he is.
This fat bitch.
That was her name.
This fat bitch.
Okay.
I see him mouth. Oh fuck. He goes. Oh fuck. There he is. And so we were on the right. We were on the right when you walk up, and then
Yeah.
they went to the left. And that was the last time I saw him. I was like, fuck. And then we're walking out of the park, and we're walking from Creations. Is that the gift shop, right? Creations.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the food stop right there?
Connection.
Connections.
Or, yeah.
I'm walking down the pathway in front of to World Spaceship Earth, and his little bitch ass cuts right in front of me out of the food shop.
Oh, come on.
And I had like kind of sobered up by this
Yeah.
point, and I just like I turned around. I was like, there he is, and I was like, I'm not getting into it. Like I'm not fight. I'm not gonna fight you in Disney, but like I'll call you a pussy.
What about right outside? What about the parking lot? No, you just have to be off property.
It's got to be off property
Okay.
because then. If I see this motherfucker off property, I'm not gonna hurt. I'm not gonna go up. Like I'm not some fucking.
I get to see Brad
Hood rat.
raging while this is playing in the background. He's like,
If only that still played in the background. But
he's just like nodding. Then
I've never hate ridden one way or another, which is the song I got.
hey, there you go. It's a good one. That one's like in the
But
middle.
Holly
of
goes, I hope he gets Disco Inferno, and then you texted me the same thing.
I said the same thing. I said, you better get Disco Inferno because of that.
I'm
not
get
a-
you
I'm
that.
not a
I'm gonna
tough
find
guy.
you. Find that.
Yeah.
Check that.
I just want I want everyone to know, like I'm not a tough guy. Like I'm not pretending
I
to
mean,
be a tough guy. Like I'm not like
not a fake
dude, I'll
tough
fuck.
guy.
No, but if shit goes down, I'll fuck you.
Yeah, like
but I'm not.
you're a real tough guy.
I'm not gonna look for a fucking fight. Like I'm not going up to people trying to fucking like you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not instigating it. But bitch, I'll finish it.
You're looking to make a slap bet with
Yes,
somebody.
yes.
I will fuck. I
slap him
I
with
said
a
a few
tortilla.
things to you today when I first got because it started coming back up again, and I'm not going to say them on here because it's very violent.
Yeah, we already got it like half at it at the beginning.
All right, yeah, that's my little story about how I lost my cool at Epcot.
All right, happens to a lot of people at Epcot
was
with
hot.
the construction.
And
Yeah.
I just listened to the Fray. I was like kind of annoyed.
Well, you put yourself in that.
No,
situation.
dude, they were actually good. I was surprised, and the style of music live is very different than what you get on the radio. It's almost like it's got like a southern
Okay.
kind of feel to it, almost
Got it.
like a rockabilly kind of thing. It's not what I was expecting.
very cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Shout out to the Fray.
Nice.
Where did I go
because
wrong?
they listen.
I lost a friend.
Yeah.
He might.
Well, thank you for sharing that story. I haven't gotten into it with anybody at the parks yet, but I do have a rumor that I heard that I'd like to start. You know, it is NFL season, so I heard that Jordan Love, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, raises gerbils in his basement and shoves them up his fudge packer. Rumor. But I wanted to get it to you guys here
Okay.
first
What's the point of this?
on the
I don't
Jedi
know.
Talk podcast that Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers quarterback, replaced Aaron Rodgers. Gerbils, fudge packer, basement. Look it up.
That's what I thought Rogers did.
This-
So I'm doubly confused.
You have to edit that as a short.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on Jedi Talk podcast.
Of course.
Breaking news.
Breaking news about Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jordan Love. Come at me, Packers fans. It's football season.
Another
Yeah.
breaking news.
Yeah.
We saw just a few minutes ago before we started recording that they are going to be doing hard ticket events at Disneyland and Disney World for Ahsoka. They're going to be, it's for D23 Gold members and up. Or is Gold member the highest?
You're asking the wrong.
I don't
person.
know. I'm not a D23 member, but for I just saw
He's
Gold
barely
members.
an AP. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I got. What is it?
6 days?
No,
Left.
listen, it's like 3 weeks.
Oh.
oh boy.
But yeah, so they're doing
I
an
like
event.
how I looked at my watch.
I didn't see a price for it, but it said it includes a 1-day park ticket, so I'm assuming it's not cheap.
Well, I
not
mean,
140, 160.
if I could get it for
something.
like if I could do it for like $70, I'd consider it.
I mean, a Halloween party is 120.
Yeah.
So
That's
crying out
nuts.
loud.
Did you book yet?
Not yet.
I'm going October
I
6th.
am waiting. You got the most expensive night. We looked it up.
Did I really?
It's
No.
like $180 a person.
Wait,
Jeez.
Halloween
Some
night's
shit.
not the most expensive.
No, it's sold out.
That should okay.
But
So
the
the
Oh,
most
well,
expensive
no,
is
I-
like
I know I didn't pay 180 for that, so they must have bumped it up.
Oh, okay. Because that's
Because
we looked
they're
at it. We're
selling
like,
out
Jesus
quick.
Christ.
The reason I'm going to that night, one, because it'll be enough time we feel safe we can take Lily out. But Courtney's family's in town. Her brother
Sweet.
wants to go to it, so go check it
Very
out.
I mean, it's
cool.
a great party. Like I'm not knocking
love
the
it.
party.
Great
It's a
party.
great
Of
party.
the two, it's
but
the one I would go to, hands down. I do not
Yeah.
like the Christmas party.
I like the Christmas
I
one
do
too,
not.
but the Halloween's so much better.
I grabbed the Jollywood ticket, though.
Jollywood Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
I
that.
really wanted to check that
Yeah,
out.
we're doing that. When night are you going to go to Jollywood Nights?
I'll let you know.
Okay. That'd be fun to go
November, late November.
That's when we were looking for it, too.
Mid-November.
because it's still like Christmas time, kind of
Yeah.
headed towards there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
I didn't
too.
want to go to December, though.
But it's
Brad's
got
not
Muppets
going
and Tower
November
of Terror
1st.
focused. We're definitely in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the thing yesterday was I was wearing a Muppet shirt, and I knew that guy thought I was a bitch. That's what pissed me off. All right,
Whoa.
I'm done with that.
Because
You
of the
love
Muppets?
That
Well,
means
no,
the
nobody's a
opposite.
bitch 'cause they-
I'm just saying
Muppets.
he sized me up and was like, "Oh, this guy's a pussy." Like I could just tell that's what he was
Did he?
doing. Then, dude, I'm telling you,
You really-
you know when guys do that shit and they're like,
I guess, but they're mostly wrong most of the time.
well,
100%
he was wrong too, but
Yeah.
he still did what he did.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck around and find out, bro.
It's the kind of stuff
No
though,
regrets.
that happens in the parks all the time because people don't know how to get in lines. Like it's not a joke. Like,
Next
that's
time you
stuff
gotta-
we see all the
same.
time.
Gotta
Like,
walk
people
right
don't
up.
understand.
Cast members need to stop enabling these people by helping them. The
Well,
guy should
problem
have said,
is
"Get to the back of the
The
fucking
handful
line."
of them that do the right thing about it,
Get in trouble for
get
it.
in trouble, and then
Yeah.
their leader comes and gives that guy a lightning lane or whatever, and then it's like,
That's like somebody.
Really?
Yeah, that's like somebody working at like Target or Walmart or Walgreens, your local CVS, and they see somebody, like a worker sees somebody steal something. They cannot stop them.
That's insane.
They cannot. Look at cities like San Francisco. It's even worse. Like where it's like an epidemic there. Like they can't stop it. And we're talking about thousands upon thousands of merchandise, like killing
Yeah.
these stores.
Mhm.
But it's like state of the economy, and
What are you gonna
you tuned in to listen to politics here on
Yeah,
That's what we
100%.
specialize
If you
in.
want Star Wars politics, go
Space
watch
politics.
episode 1.
yes.
What else? Anything of note news-wise?
The only other thing I think I wrote down, and which I cannot remember, it was I just made mention of the earnings call. Did y'all see that Disney World's like down, but the international parks are up?
Yeah, because they're good.
Well, Disney World's
They'll
good too.
learn.
It's just expensive in America right now.
Mhm.
Also, I was
Everything
thinking
is
about
up.
this. The international parks were behind for their post-pandemic blow-up. I think that's what they're experiencing right now, actually.
Yeah, they're experiencing what we experienced
Yes,
last year
last
here
year.
at the
Yeah.
parks.
Everybody
where it
came
was
here
so
first,
busy. Yeah.
and now they're
Correct.
going to the
because
other ones.
Florida opened up before
Mhm.
everybody else.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, people forget
Somebody's-
Disneyland was closed for over a freaking year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
God.
like 18 months, wasn't it?
It was nuts because they said
Something
they were
like
going to
that?
reopen
It was
on
nuts.
its birthday.
And then it missed it.
Well, and then they like retracted because the state of California was like, no.
Yeah.
I know, wild. I don't
Why
ever
do
want to go
both
back
of
to
the
that.
states' governors
I miss
hate both of
California.
the parks? Like Disneyland and that governor don't get along. Our governor and Walt Disney World don't get along. Why do they hate each other? Like what the heck?
It's politics.
Because
it's
of
just
the
a
same
big dick
people.
swinging contest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the same
ridiculous.
person on the.
They're the
there's-
same person.
and they're the same person, the same personality. They just wear a different colored tie.
yeah.
Mhm.
And people just attach to a team,
Mhm.
which is sad. But that's just where we're at. We're too far gone at this point.
Yeah, 100%.
We're fucked.
Good Metallica reference. I don't know if he did it on purpose.
No.
He did.
From 72
gonna say he
Seasons,
did.
Too Far Gone. They
No.
just debuted that song live.
Oh, really?
Too far
I saw that they just kicked off their tour
today.
here.
Yeah, in New Jersey last week.
Okay, cool.
They played Montreal. They're going to be, because I'm seeing them in St. Louis early November. Then they're going to be in Detroit. They're going to Phoenix. That show is going to go to early September. I was supposed to go with Kyle.
Is Kyle still going?
No, well, he said he hasn't sold his ticket yet.
Does he have just one or two?
He has one. Yeah.
Let's say I'd go with Kyle.
Doesn't he only need like half a ticket though?
Is it a child's ticket?
Dang.
I haven't said anything funny in like 3 years, so I had to say something.
Shut up! You say a lot funny about it. And then Disney Plus prices are going to go up, like $13.99
That's
or
not
something.
news. That's
Wait,
every
is it-
day.
$13.99. That's what it's going to.
13
It's
or
not that
14.
already. What was it before?
I don't know. The
Oh, I have no clue what I
$12.99
paid
maybe.
for it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Didn't it start at like $6?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, $7. It was like
$6.99.
$7.
It was like $6.99.
Still, yeah, like.
But everyone knew that was just a temporary. Like I remember analysts being like, "That's just a price to get people to stay on."
Yep.
And they're
Because then once you have those subscription things, you don't think about
Yeah.
it for fucking
yeah,
6 years.
you don't notice, and,
And
you
it's a
look in your
small
bank
amount.
account, and it's like minus 15. It's like, wait,
Okay,
what?
what?
and they're probably going to copy Netflix with the password sharing.
I think that's
Where they
fine.
cracked
I don't
down.
have a problem with that. If these companies are like not making money on a third of the people that are watching, that's not fair to the company that's making all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that. I really,
No.
really don't. I think it'd be cool if it didn't bother them.
But
But if
then-
it's affecting what you're willing to create as the Walt Disney Company, then pff,
But then you
It's
see,
fair.
Pay up,
if,
bitch.
if you stop people from sharing passwords, therefore having more people give you money to buy or whatever Netflix or Disney Plus, shouldn't you then take that money and pay your writers and actors?
well, I mean, I think that's part of the problem. I think that's one of
Yeah.
the reasons why they're
But hopefully
they're raising
that's what
prices.
they do is they
Well,
fix that and it goes to the right people. But
you will learn one day that these people at the top are essentially politicians.
Yeah,
they're
no, I've already learned.
psychos.
yeah,
They do not give a fuck about anything but what happens while they're there. So their stock price goes up, and they can cash the fuck out and go sit on a yacht
Mhm.
and get their dick sucked and do coke.
They lay
Yep.
people off, and then they watch their bank accounts grow because they saved money by ruining lives.
and then they leave that company for a couple years and then they come back
Yep.
It's wild.
and
It's
do it
nuts.
again.
The other thing I want to talk about in this ballpark is that Apple rumor keeps popping up. I keep seeing it pop up with more and more credible places. It's kind of
Yeah.
getting me a little nervous.
I'm still. I feel like we've heard this for years.
Yeah, but
Years.
can't
But
get any
Iger's
worse.
back
So
now.
whatever.
Iger's back. That was the whole thing. He was on the board of director at Apple. So
Monopolizing, like big corporate monopolies, I am way against Apple taking Disney over. That would suck.
I'm against it just because I don't think that the brand would get to love it mean, not that it's. I mean,
it can't get any worse. So
dude,
do it.
you say
could.
that
I don't
shit.
care.
You
could.
say that shit.
I think it could.
You say that shit. It can always get fucking worse. Apple could
guess.
not know how the fuck to run a big fucking amusement company for all intents and purposes, entertainment company, and fucking it could shutter because they're making wrong business decisions. It can always get worse.
Well, at that point, though,
I don't want to see Apple do it because it's not anything that they're privy to. The only thing that would make it better would be like if they partnered with Apple for like technology stuff. Like that would be a smart move.
No,
but
sell your streaming to Apple. Sell off your
merge
streaming.
Apple Plus. I don't want them to do that because then they're going to have there'll be stuff that you won't get the rights for. Like the whole thing about Disney owning Disney Plus is that it's all Disney owned content.
It should be.
But if you sell it off, who know? They're like, oh no, we have the rights to the entire
What?
Walt Disney Animation Collection. Like then that defeats the purpose of.
It's
having
funny
it.
how they push all like streaming's our future, and then now everybody's
backtracking and
Yeah,
pedaling
it's because
back.
it's oversaturated.
There should be like three. They should join up, and it should be like the way HBO Max did. The new Max is the shit.
Yeah, I like
There's
it
so much content on Max right now.
because they merged it. But like, will it get to a point? Because remember how we started with Disney Plus? There's so much on there, and then you get to a point you're just like, what's new? And what's they're giving you new is, Marvels or She-Hulk, and even stuff before that. You're just like, eh. So you're just.
I've always
they
thought,
have to keep us interested, but they keep keeping us interested with hot garbage in a bag.
yeah. I've always thought that Marvel going into TV was a bad move. I remember telling you this. I think you were on the show too before even Loki came out, which was the first show, and I was like, that people aren't going to
No,
watch.
the first show was WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
It was before the first one. I remember saying it on the show. I don't remember who was on the show when I said it, but I remember going like, the people who are Marvel fans are not going to be invested in television
You
shows.
did say that. I do remember that.
They're not going to be invested. Like they don't. They're not going to. And I said that one or two things will happen. I remember saying this specifically. People are either not going to give a shit, or they're going to not tie things in as they should because they know people aren't watching it.
And it's both. They haven't ever connected the movies and the shows, and people don't care.
The most recent there was a extra. I think it was in Quantumania with the dude Owen Wilson's character from Loki. They finally kind of tied it in a little bit. They were like,
at the
there
end,
was some variant that they saw that they were looking after.
yeah, Loki and the
guy
Owen
that hit his
Wilson,
wife.
Yeah, we're looking at a variant of Kang.
Kang. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember his name.
No.
The guy that hit his wife. Allegedly.
I mean, they're just going to recast and say
My
it's a
ego's
variant.
far too big to say thank you to someone else.
What is that from?
That's from The Flash.
Oh, okay.
This is also from The Flash.
I know sex exists. I've just never experienced it.
That's an
I liked that movie.
Ed Lasso truth. I know
One of the biggest flops of all time.
it is. Oh, well, Warner Brothers made their bet.
Yeah.
They made their bet.
You fucked up, Warner Brothers.
They did. But
Enjoy
whatever.
the Marvelization of the DCEU.
So
That's what's going to happen.
we've been talking about oversaturation of products, and I've seen a lot of people. I even saw a rumor. I didn't know how old this rumor was. This could have been just a snippet from an old article, but Star Wars. Do we think the brand is damaged right now? Evan, do you think the brand is damaged?
Not at all.
Okay.
Every single in-universe canon thing they've done, I have enjoyed or loved. So I think everything they've done.
We need to define
yes, I love.
damaged.
Yeah, like
Is the brand damaged? Is there no salvage from what they've created thus far?
The only thing that's gotten really, really, really bad reception was The Last Jedi.
and
Even Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker was like people were like, it's fine.
That's fair.
But people viscerally hated The Last Jedi. Still to this day.
Yeah, I feel like it's starting to flip a little bit.
Oh, it definitely is.
It
And
is.
I
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah,
I
just
said
like the
forever
prequels.
ago it's gonna flip 5 years down the road, 5-10 years down the road. People are gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's definitely starting to flip because people are waking up. People saw the movie one time and then never saw it again because they had a visceral reaction to it. Didn't bother going back and watching it
I know.
and challenging what they thought.
Well,
I've said it before. When I left, I was like, I either love this movie or I fucking hate it. I don't know which one.
negativity is such like, or it's like hipster hate.
Mhm.
It's like people want to be a part of something so hard they just go with the meme.
Yep.
They go with the meme, and in 2017 they saw, oh no, Luke threw his saber over my shoulder. Wah! I hate it.
It's a symbol of what he left behind. You
Luke
fucking
didn't-
dingbats.
Luke didn't float all ripped up
Yeah.
out of the water and take the X-wing and go kill Kylo Ren and then bang
pull
Rey.
all the Star Destroyers out of the sky.
They wanted him to pull Kylo Ren out of the finalizer and choke him to
Through
death and
space.
slam him down.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
And
Star
then
Wars.
Darth Vader came back for some reason. I am back, son.
Somehow Vader returned.
Somehow
I've been lying to you. grandfather.
I don't know, which is
Grandfather.
weird because like
Whoa.
people love anime, which I don't know. That's not my thing, but that's an anime, is what we just like.
Yeah, it
described.
is.
Which is fine for anime.
Yeah.
But that's like you said, that's not Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. I think there is some brand damage, but I don't think it's anywhere near to the level of what MCU is facing right
Yeah,
now.
I think
with
it's
Marvel.
the strongest
Marvel's
brand
the
right
one
now.
to me that's you're fucking up. They're not oversaturating it like Marvel. There's not been a ton of content since. I mean, we did get Book of Boba Fett's not a tarnish because it just was a fucking nothing. It wasn't anything
Like,
great.
yeah. Like I said,
but it doesn't.
we enjoyed it, right?
It doesn't
Like-
do anything bad to the brand.
Yeah.
The biggest failure to me since Disney has taken over Star Wars is them closing the Halcyon. That
yeah.
to
Yeah,
me
that's why I said
is
everything
by far
Yep.
the biggest fuck up.
That's why I said everything in universe they've done has been great. I've loved it, but out of universe they've been terrible.
Such a bummer.
Here's what grinds my gears with when people say the Star Wars brand is damaged. They seem to forget some spectacular things that Disney has done with Star Wars. Let's start with Rebels. It's immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
It is a perfect series. I'm in my rewatch. I'm towards
Me
the
too.
end of season 2 right now. I'm close to the
Dang.
to the phenomenal ending of that season with or Vader and Ahsoka.
That's one of the
on-
best scenes of all
on
time.
Malachor.
Which is wild
Yeah.
because that has some of the greatest stuff in Star Wars.
Oh my
but
God.
it also has stupid helicopter lightsabers. But like, it's still a great episode.
That
I'm not-
hasn't bothered me a single time watching that. And in fact, they don't do it that much.
Yeah, the same.
They do
I've,
not
I've
do it
watched
that
Rebels.
much.
This is my third time watching Rebels, and I like it even more each rewatch. And yeah, I'm noticing. Oh, they don't really
And
fly
then
that
Rebels.
much.
Rebels, like that's perfect. You talk about character arcs and building. This is what's going to make Ahsoka so good because they're going to use established characters. Now, and then y'all forget about Fallen Order and Survivor. Two spectacular fucking video
People
games
do
that,
forget about that.
that Disney put out. Like, go play those. And you want to tell me that's one, not Star Wars, and two, fantastic content you could just go over and over again? I started my replay of the story of Survivor. It's so good the second time.
My only gripe with those games is the lightsaber mechanic, but it's a video
but
game.
it's a
You
video
have to-
game.
you
You
have
like
to-
can't-
you
if
can't.
they like retold that story as a movie, it wouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
They would do
Right.
it like they do in the movies.
That's my only gripe with that game.
Yeah.
To
And
me,
if
it's
that-
not
if-
even a gripe.
If
Yeah.
that, but if that's the biggest gripe, like I'm nitpicking,
Yeah.
and then I'm admitting that I'm nitpicking. But
If we did like our top, maybe we'll do this one day. Top 10 Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
That'd probably be in the
Survivor
top
would be
10.
up there for me.
Yeah.
And then let me make mention that what Disney has also done, they gave us The Force Awakens, okay? Out of those three
So fun.
movies, The Force Awakens emotes so much emotion out of you as a Star Wars fan. Like I said, I've told my story. Disney pulled me into my Star Wars fandom. And when I saw The Force Awakens, I was moved emotionally, and I didn't know why. And that still did it for me. And I wasn't the level of Star Wars fan I was yet.
You went to talking to the
It's Monday.
instead of-
And another thing, gentlemen,
Fucking idiot.
what are we surrounded by? I know Disney didn't start this, but they
Merchandising.
yeah, but Brad and I being
They've always
collectors.
done that.
Yeah, George
The
Lucas
fact that
specifically
I
went and
cannot
did the
stand-
merchandising.
I cannot stand when I see
The hell
people
did I
bitching
touch?
about Disney's like they just over merchandise. Have you been around since 1977? That was the whole point that they did that George
Oh.
Lucas made. What was to like merchandise?
I know.
them. It was all advertised. Like
and I'm just talking about
he
the
took a-
greatness
That's how we got
they've
the
given
movie-
us.
They've
like-
crushed it.
And this
Yeah.
right here, the Wall of Sabers.
That's how we got the movie okayed, right? Is like he was like, you know what? I'll just.
That's what I
take
was getting at, but I had a
X
stroke
amount,
halfway through
right?
it. He
He's
took
like,
less to get the
yeah,
merchandising
he's like,
rights.
I'll take this much money for the merchandising.
And they were
rights.
like,
Having a
"Give-
stroke."
And
oh,
everyone
people want
laughed
a
at him.
fucking walking rug action figure? Okay.
Yeah.
Now they're worth like 40 grand in the
Oh,
box.
jeez.
Yep. But,
Joke's on you,
dude, and
bitch.
yeah, like as much as I'm
But
not.
then even in the
giving-
90s, think about the Pepsi stuff they did with the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, dude.
All the Phantom Menace toys. Like I was talking to, I think I was talking to, was it my mom or was it Holly? I think it was Holly. We were talking about like it was Holly because I was like, do you remember like the hype leading up to the Phantom Menace? And she's like, no, I don't remember it at all. She didn't never.
Oh,
went.
dude, I do.
I was like, dude, I remember the
yeah.
local news when I was visiting my grandparents in Alabama. They were like, people are lining up at 4 a.m. the day
Yeah.
before for the Phantom Menace toys to release.
Did Taco Bell have a thing with them?
They did.
Yes.
It was Pizza
I
Hut,
remember Taco
We got
Bell.
a few of those toys still around.
I remember Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah.
That one on my shelf in the garage of Yoda with the half face and it's Vader.
Yep,
that
I've
was
got that.
from.
It's on our
Pizza
shelf at
Hut,
home.
I think it was from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I've got that same one.
They had some cool shit. They had a Yoda that was like a magic 8 ball. He
I
was
had
sitting
that
on the
one
throne.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Star Wars is not the brand is not damaged.
I don't think so.
Like Disney,
I
gets,
think there's an argument for it, and I'd like to hear someone say what their pro argument of it is. But I think mishandling one thing, the Halcyon, even though that is a huge fuck up,
It's
and
huge.
probably their most expensive one.
yeah.
I don't think one thing damages the brand, because if
No.
that's the case, then
No.
Marvel's fucked.
Because they look at the Halcyon and then you have to like art is, eye of the beholder of what they're consuming, right? So
to
like
a point, there is objective garbage.
sure, but The Last Jedi does not deserve the hate it gets. Rise of Skywalker does at points, but like not everything's going to be what you expect it to be.
And there's
Disney-
really good stuff in Episode 9. There's really bad stuff,
yes.
but there's really good
high
stuff.
highs, low
Like,
lows. We've said that
Yeah.
time and time again.
You haven't even mentioned Rogue One, which we've talked about our
Correct.
thoughts on Rogue One.
I like
but
Rogue
most
One,
people
yeah.
love Rogue One.
And then Andor.
My opinion changed on it. Remember, I went back and
Yeah.
rewatched it not too long ago. I fucking love that
yeah, I
movie.
still like it.
People
I like
love
it a lot.
Andor. Mandalorian season 1 and 2, fantastic. Season 3, I'll give it to you. You
It's
can
fine,
bitch about
but
it.
not a failure.
It didn't ruin
No.
the brand.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It didn't ruin even the franchise. It didn't ruin Mando. Like it
No.
just was the weakest of the 3 seasons.
Book of Boba Fett kind of
Fine.
limped along until we got the Luke episode and the Luke parts. Like fuck yeah,
It was an
Like,
unnecessary story,
Disney-
but again, not damaging.
But it's still it connects the
Yeah.
universe. We're gonna get a Dave Filoni movie at the end there, where they tie all that together. So
Now, if somehow they fumble this Filoni-verse, then it might be tarnished or ruined. But I don't
I
think
don't
they're
think
gonna.
so.
Like, I really don't
I think
they're
the
gonna.
universe is so vast and so interesting that you can literally, like, I actually really, really hope that at some point after all this Mando stuff, we completely deviate, like, into a even if it's the same time period. I don't care.
I hope
but
they jump
new
High
characters, new everything.
Yeah,
don't
that's
give me
what I want.
don't give me a
That's what I
Luke.
want.
Don't give me anyone who knows anybody.
Ray's gonna
No
be there.
one's
though.
tied into any. I don't want anyone connected in any way. I don't want some sneaky Luke cameo at some point. I want something that is brand new, and I don't care when it takes place. Higher up.
We'll
That's
see
why I
how
like
the
the High Republic
Acolytes
novels
yeah.
at first, because they were really good. Now I don't want that to tie in with Yoda. Like I want something
Yoda's
completely
gonna be in the
separate.
Acolyte.
I don't want him to be.
They also
He will be.
connected.
Well, that's different because this is like I'm sorry. I don't want him to be in my thing.
Right.
That makes sense for Acolyte.
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I'm reading The Rising Storm right now.
That's one of my
and-
favorite books.
Yeah, I started it like a couple years ago, and I don't. There's a lot going on. I paused reading it, so I
Sorry,
picked it
I
up
didn't
again.
hit our novel music.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Don't say it.
It's not the DMX version.
Come on, give it to me. Suck my dick.
There it is. But they brought in Tara Sanub in that one. He's the Jedi Master that we see like in Amber or whatever in Kenobi.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they,
yeah, I
they
forgot
brought
about
him
that.
in. So him and Yoda are around in the High Republic time. So like they're tying those in.
I
But
forgot
I
about
like
It's always
Kenobi.
does that.
Kenobi is not even. It's not to me.
it's not great, but it's not awful.
It's not
I
bad.
enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
I haven't seen anything from Star Wars that damages the brand. My
Nope.
least favorite thing that they've done is probably Andor.
No, I think your least favorite thing is Resistance.
I mean, technically, yeah, but like that is such a to me, it's like not on the same level as something impactful. Like,
How is the worst thing the fucking holiday special?
well, that's true, but that's not canon.
That wasn't Disney.
that wasn't Disney.
And
either.
it's
It's so funny how it's
Mostly not
not
canon.
canon yet. There's my Life Day orb.
yeah, like
they
Life
made
Day is
they
canon.
made Life Day canon, but
but-
not the special that
That's
it takes
fair.
place.
That's fair. I like that.
But-
Take the shit that's good out of it,
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
like Boba Fett.
Well, also that was kind of introduced in Mando, technically Life Day.
Yeah, because they
Oh, that's
mentioned it
true.
in Episode 1.
That's true.
The
So there,
Mithril
another nice
announced
thing
it.
Disney did.
Yeah, made the good shit canon.
Mm.
But I'm going to say, so I'll say it's tied with Resistance and Andor. To me, Andor should have been so much better because it's live action and it's like tied into a pretty
Season 2
predominant
is going to make
character.
it good.
I think so too.
I keep saying it. I have so much faith in Season 2.
I hope so. God damn it, I hope so. And I know I'm a minority for not liking it as much.
I am too, but
it's
Season 2 is
I'm
gonna make it good
I'm
for
gonna
both of
rewatch.
us
I'm
and
gonna
keep it-
rewatch it because
it's good, yeah.
I think part of the problem was I had Mando Season 2 expectations
Mm.
applied to Andor
Mhm.
because that was the last thing we got because Andor came out right after Season 2 of
It's-
Mando. And
Yeah.
it just didn't deliver
I get
to
it.
that level.
Sure.
And so that could have fucked it up. And I always say don't go in with expectations. But when you end with Luke Skywalker saving Grogu,
Yeah,
like
it's-
what the
it's
fuck?
hard
I mean,
to
come
follow
on.
that.
You're going to have to. Wait, was that Season 1 or 2?
That was 2.
2, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
2.
okay.
I was what I was trying
Season
to think was
1 ends with the Darksaber.
That's right, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
I was trying to
But
think.
yeah,
of-
I think maybe that was I had too
Yeah.
high of expectations for what Andor
But-
could be,
Mhm.
but you know,
sure.
I think Season 2 is going to keep all the fans that love it loving it maybe even more, and bring fans like us around to being like, oh, this is good. Like, I think it's gonna happen.
I want to be wrong every time.
Yeah,
like
same.
I remember saying before Mando came out, I was like, I saw the trailer at Celebration. I was with Alex. He loved it. I was like, it looked a little fan servicey to me. I wish I could find the trailer that they showed, because it was cut very oddly and it wasn't what we ended up seeing, like episode wise. But I remember being like, okay, all right. It looked like a TV show. It was obviously not like done yet either. Too, it was a year before it came out or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But I always want to be wrong. So I was wrong with Mando. I want to be wrong with Andor again. Like I want it to be right. But no, the brand's not damaged, man.
No.
And
I mean,
if it is, like I said, Marvel's fucked, because they're way. they have fallen so hard.
I think they're at the
Star
point
Wars
of-
hasn't fallen.
They're at the point of like no return.
It's either stayed the same or got better as far as where we were from the prequels.
I still think this is the best time to be a Star Wars fan.
I agree.
Still think it.
You Galaxy's Edge.
It is
I
for
know.
another month, but after that, it's not. They can. I'm like,
There's gonna
that's a
be
joke,
other
but
stuff.
You can never have that again in your life.
I know.
You can never live a Star Wars for real story again in anyone's lifetime.
That's
so.
not necessarily true. That's the whole point of Galaxy's Edge. I see what you're saying, but you can go down to Galaxy's Edge and play your character.
We're gonna do our best to continue that in those meetups and stuff. But like when you see that guy that you fought with at Epcot walking through Galaxy's Edge, takes you out.
I
of
saw
it.
him in the Halcyon. I would have.
We dined with a literal Nazi up on the
Yeah,
house.
we did.
Yeah, we did. Can't
Have we
beat
told that story?
We have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We told it last week, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but
His name was Larry. No, I'm kidding. His name was.
You're a Nazi, Larry.
Yeah.
Larry.
but I mean, like I said, if they fumble the Filoniverse stuff, which I don't think they will, but also I don't think they will. But if Ahsoka comes out and it's a letdown, then we might have problems. But I don't think they will. This looks amazing. This
More
looks great.
thoughts on Ahsoka from us on our top 10 coming up.
Yeah.
Top 10 Ahsoka wants or Ahsoka expectations.
Things you
let's
want out
call
of
it.
Ahsoka.
It's a little bit of both. 'Cause I
Ahsoka
put-
I'm doing
Tations.
mine. I'm doing mine on the fly.
Top 10
I like
Ahsoka
it. I like
taken. Ahsoka tations.
I did that on purpose
Nice.
because I want to think about it in the moment.
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
Tabuite in the moment.
Tabuite.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars is fine.
I mean, there's only one thing that would ever
I actually
probably
do
turn
s-
me off from Star Wars, and it's time travel.
I think you're gonna get an Ahsoka, homie.
I think they're doing World Between Worlds, which is fine.
I think they're gonna expand on it.
I think they will, but in
I
the
won't
right
be
way.
out, but I will be very pissed.
I'm out if
I
it's
won't be
straight
pissed,
up like
but I'll
time
be
travel.
critical. I'll don't. What I don't want is like something in a. Well, we're going to talk about it later.
Yeah,
I'm
we could do
trying.
one thing we don't want, and we'll talk about it there. But 10 things we do want.
Oh, I put some things I don't want on that list.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But because I want to not want.
Okay, that
Does
makes
Make
sense.
sense. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want it to not happen.
yeah,
But check it out.
yeah.
Check it out.
But Star Wars
it out.
isn't damaged to me. Do you think it's damaged? At Jedi Talk Podcast.
Comment down below.
YouTube.com/ or comment down below. Jedi
Do you like
Talk.
my feet? Comment
Again
down
with
below.
that. Again,
Onlyfans.com/Brad
OnlyHughes.
Onlyhughes.com.
Yep.
That's it, fellas.
Yeah.
And lady
Right.
fellas.
And lady fellas? Somebody in the
fellas?
Philippines watching?
What?
The Filipino lady boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lady
Yeah.
fellas?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. He
Everyone
knew it.
knows that.
I swear to God, I
You
didn't.
didn't know about the Filipino lady boys?
Oh.
I swear to God, I did.
That's like a thing.
and
Tell
I watched
Tom
90
about
Day
that in the
Fiancé all
comments.
It
time.
happened in the.
Put that down below
You've
in
seen
the
Hangover
comments.
movies.
Yes, I
That
have.
was in. That was
well,
in
then
those.
I completely forgot about that.
You should have.
Remind
Hangover
Tom in
2
the
or 3.
comments below what those are.
No, I don't want.
Go send in pictures on Instagram.
All right,
Yes.
yeah. At
BradsBourbonReviews.com.
no. My Instagram for those particular pictures are at KYLECOSENTINO.
Yes.
Can we please just out of. Oh, too bad he listens to this. I hate that he listens to the show because we could have like bombed him with lady boy photos on his Instagram.
Hey, it's not out
He doesn't
yet.
go into his Instagram
It's
all
not
that
out
often.
yet. Bomb him right now, and then we'll put the episode out.
Oh, that's so funny.
I guess I'm just going to start sending Kyle a picture of Filipino lady boys.
We all individually need to send him one
All right.
tonight before the show goes
All
up. And just if he says what's that, just don't address him.
3 of us texted
Yeah,
to him.
100%. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll do it.
Done.
Okay.
That's it, everybody. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, may the force be with you.
Always in Tabuite.
Rise, Jedi Knight, Master Yoda. You're behind the door there and behind me. Is this the last episode of Jedi Talk this week?
No. There is another.
Your voice.